Well, good evening. Welcome to what will be the final quiz. Pub opens tomorrow, so it's pretty much hopefully the end of all this lockdown stuff anyway. But you never know. There is a small chance we could be back at some point. Got my boot ready. You'd have thought I'd got the hang of which way is left and right by now, but here he is. Right, tonight we have 4 rounds. We have general knowledge and pictures, and then the usual Marmite round and some music as well. Although we can't play music, which has always been annoying. And we've also got a prize for some sweets. I'll do that at the end. I'll give everybody a number and then we'll see who wins. Like I said, I'll do that at the end. So gives more people a chance to join. Okay, so if everybody's ready, we'll get started with question number 1. And this is a sport-related question. In meters, how long is an Olympic swimming pool? So question number 1, in meters, how long is an Olympic swimming pool? Question number 2. What is the national animal of Scotland? You have a choice of 4 here. You've got a haggis, a stag, a unicorn, or a golden eagle. Question number 2. What is the national animal of Scotland? A haggis, a stag, a unicorn, or a golden eagle? Question number 3. Which painter was known for painting matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs? Question number 3. Which painter was known for painting matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs? The guy was from Salford, and if you go to Salford, there's a gallery with his name on, which features a lot of his work. Even if you're not into art galleries, it's actually still worth a visit. It's an impressive building. Moving on to question number 4. In 1904, Longacre Square in Manhattan changed its name to what? Question number 4. In 1904, Longacre Square in Manhattan changed its name to what? Question number 5. What type of clothing is a Glengarry? Question 5. What type of clothing is a Glengarry? Question number 6. Which is the most northerly capital city in Europe? Question number 6. Which city is the most northerly? That's capital city. Which is the most northerly capital city in Europe? Question number 7. In Einstein's famous equation E equals mc squared, what does the m stand for? Question 7. In Einstein's famous equation E equals mc squared, what does m stand for? I'll tell you that E is energy and c squared is the speed of light squared. What is m? Question number 8. This one relates to beer. How many pints will you get in a firkin? That's F-I-R-K-I-N, in case you wondered. How many pints in a firkin? Question number 9. Born in Halifax in 1890, Percy Shaw invented what? What did Percy Shaw invent? Question 9. Born in Halifax in 1890, Percy Shaw invented what? Okay, finally for this round, question number 10. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? Question number 10. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? You all right, sausage?
No.
It does look like it's going to rain very heavily outside.
I know the answer.
Who invented the World Wide Web? You do know the answer to that? So do I. I've got it written down here.
I knew that.
Ah. Okay, we're going to do another round now. I was going to do 4 rounds, but I think we may as well do 5 because that's what we usually do. And it just turns out that I've turned the page and there's another round written. How lucky is that? So the next round is called Sport.
Oh no, that's not lucky.
Yeah, well, some might say that a round on sport is not lucky, but others really enjoy sport. So we're going to go on to question number 11, with which motor racing champion was killed in an accident at Hockenheim in 1968? Oh, Alex in Pennsylvania is watching. Hi. And to Kelsey as well. Actually, he's not in Pennsylvania, he's on holiday. Well, hello, anyway.
How's he allowed to do that?
Well, it's still in America on holiday.
Yeah.
It's just a bit bigger than the UK. Or, well, England we were stuck to, wasn't we?
We can go to Scotland and Wales.
We can go to Scotland and Wales now, yes.
I'll go to Ireland.
I don't know. Okay, question number 12. A cricket bat is traditionally made from wood from which tree?
I know that one.
You know that one?
I bought a cricket.
My boy played his first hard ball cricket match today. Because he's quite small, he's been playing with soft balls, but he's moved on to hard balls and he played the first hard ball match today. And he won as well, which is good. Question number 12. A cricket bat is traditionally made from wood from which tree?
Oh, he said he measured it upstairs.
Alex is watching from Baltimore in Maryland, not Pennsylvania. Moving on to question number 13. In what year did England win the 1966 World Cup? Question number 13. In what year did England win the 1966 World Cup? It's not a trick question, that's actually how it's written. Moving on to question number 14. In 1874, Hucknall-born Sam Weller Widdowson invented which piece of sporting equipment? Question number 14. In 1874, Hucknall-born Sam Weller Widdowson invented which piece of sporting equipment? Sorry, Alex, not being local. Question number 15, which is another local one. In what year did Brian Clough become manager of Nottingham Forest? Question 15. In what year did Brian Clough become manager of Nottingham Forest? Moving on to question 16. We've done Forest, so we'll have to do County. So question number 16. In what year was Notts County founded? Question number 16. In what year was Notts County founded? If you go to the ground, it's in big letters printed on the side. Hi, Laura. She asked if I said hello. I said hello. Moving on to question 17. Who scored the most goals in FIFA World Cups? I'm just reading it out how it's written. I'm guessing this is better interpreted as, in the history of the FIFA World Cup, who has scored the most goals? Obviously that's football. So question number 17. In the history of the FIFA World Cup, who has scored the most goals? I'm guessing you can make out something from that question. It's, somebody who might know things about football will know that, which makes sense. So what I'm going to do is climb out of the hole I've just dug myself into and go on to question number 18, which is who won the 2020 World Darts Championship? Question 18, who won the 2020 World Darts Championship? Question number 19. Who was the top goal scorer for Nottingham Forest in the 2018-2019 Championship season? He scored 17 goals. Who was he? Without looking at this, I would not know. Question number 19. Who was the Nottingham Forest top goal scorer for the 2018-19 Championship season? Guessing the 2019-2020 season had a bit of a blip. Okay, finally for this round, question number 20. In which year did Maradona score the Hand of God goal? So if you remember, England were playing Argentina in the Football World Cup, and Argentina won because was it Diego Maradona? He kind of did this and scored a goal. They called it the hand of God. But what year did that take place? Okay, what we're going to do now is go on to a picture round. If I can find it, that is. Right, hello, down here in the corner now. I'm going to show you 10 pictures, which is questions 21 to 30. Each one of them is a car, a certain type of car. What you have to do is decide on the make and model of the car. So, picture number 1, which is question 21, what car is that? If you've got very good eyesight or a really big monitor, you'll be able to see the badge on the front. Picture 1, question 21, what is that car? Moving on to picture number 2, which will be question 22. There we go. It's got a funny symbol here. I'm guessing that's the make, but what's the model? Picture 2, question 22. What is that car? Moving on to picture number 3, which is question 23. There we go, quite a simple one. Tell by the reg plate that it's pretty old. I think my first car had an N just there, so it was newer. This one's newer than that. No, it isn't. I'm getting it the wrong way round. The N on my first car started there. It was N355HWR, I think. And it was the same type of car as this. But what type of car is this? Okay, moving on to picture number 4, which is question 24. Going back a few more years than the previous one. Going to need more beer. So picture 4, question 24. What's the make and model of that car? It's even got a crank handle to start it. Okay, moving on to picture 5, question 25. Just need the make and model of the car. And the make's pretty simple to get from this symbol on the front. The model, that's a bit trickier. There's a clue in the shape made by these doors. Picture 5, question 25. What is that car? Moving on to picture 6, which is question 26. Once again, it's the car that we're looking at. Quite a nice aeroplane in the background, but we're interested in the car. What's the make and model of that car? Moving on to picture number 7, which is question number 27. There we go. We all know these two clowns, but it's the car that we're interested in. Or in fact, it's a van rather than a car. With this one, you need to remember that it's a van, which has a slightly different name to the car version. Picture 7, question 27. What is the make and model of, well, it's that car, but really it's a van. Moving on to picture number 8, which is question 28. There we go. There's a spaceman. There's the Earth. It's the car that Elon Musk sent up into space to test one of his rockets. What's the make and model of the car? I remember watching that live. It was great when the boosters came down and landed like something out of Thunderbirds. Picture 8, question number 28. What's the make and model of that car? Moving on, picture 9. Well, it's Herbie. Don't think he's going bananas at the moment. But what is the make and model of Herbie? Picture number 9, question 29. What is the make and model of this here car? Okay, finally for this round, picture 10, which is question number 30. What is the make and model of this car? Probably about as easy as the England winning the World Cup football question. Picture 10, question 30. What is the make and model of that car? Okay, what I'm going to do now is have a couple of minutes, fill up my beer if anybody needs the bathroom, or to fill up their own beer or coffee or whatever they're currently indulging in. Then this is a good time to do it. I'll be back shortly. And then we've got 2 more rounds, which is the Marmite round and the music round, plus the answers as well. So see you shortly. Okay, I seem to be back. I'll just give people a moment or two to finish whatever they're doing, and while that's happening, I'll rewind the pictures, and then we'll go through some answers. Okay, pictures are rewound. I'll go back onto the main screen. There we go, we've got sound. Why there isn't one universal sound slider for each screen, I don't know. You have to turn it on and off on each one. Unless I'm just dumb and I haven't worked it out. That's always a probability, that. Okay, we're going to go through some answers, all of the answers to the first 3 rounds. The first round was general knowledge. Tom, hello, you wanted me to say hi, so hi Tom. Question number 1, in metres, how long is an Olympic swimming pool? That's 50 metres. So question 1, an Olympic swimming pool is 50 metres long. There used to be a sign at the Ken Martin swimming pool. It said, "Welcome to our pool. Notice there's no P in it. Please keep it that way." I don't think the sign's there anymore, but it's always amused me when I went for a swim. Question number 2, what is the national animal of Scotland? That's a unicorn. It's been a unicorn since 1603. Why they chose a unicorn instead of any other animal, I do not know. Question 2, the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. Question 3, which painter was known for painting matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs, as the song goes? It was Lowry, L.S. Lowry. The Lowry Gallery in Salford is worth a visit. Right next to the Imperial War Museum North as well, which is also good to visit. Pretty sure they're both free entry as well. Get the tram. You get off at Media City, I think it's called now. Question number 4. In 1904, Longacre Square in Manhattan changed its name to what? Well, that's Times Square. The answer to question 4 is Times Square. Question 5. What type of clothing is a Glengarry? A Glengarry is a hat. Question number 6. What is the most northerly capital city in Europe? That's Reykjavik in Iceland. I was thinking something like Finland, but no, apparently it's Reykjavik. Question number 7. In Einstein's equation E = mc squared, what does the m stand for? Well, the E is energy, the c squared is the speed of light squared. The m, that stands for mass. Question number 8. How many pints are in a firkin? Firkin, with no G. That is 72. You will find 72 pints in a firkin if it's full. Question number 9. Born in Halifax in 1890, Percy Shaw invented what? That was cat's eyes. Those things you see in the middle of the road to let you know where the white lines are. He was driving at night in the fog and there was a cat sat on a wall and the reflection of his eyes stopped him going into the wall. And so he invented those things in the middle of the road and called them cat's eyes. Question number 10. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? Well, that's a bloke called Tim Berners-Lee. I think he was a British bloke working at CERN in France and Switzerland, I think. So question 10, the person credited with inventing the World Wide Web is Tim Berners-Lee. Moving on to round 2, which was sport. beer all over me. Question 11. Which motor racing champion was killed in an accident at Hockenheim in 1968? It was Jim Clark. Question number 12. A cricket bat is traditionally made from wood from which tree? That's a willow tree. Question number 3. In what year did England win the 1966 World Cup? Guess what? It was 1966. That appeared in a quiz once, which is why I included it in that format. Might have been a question of sport. It was one of those on telly anyway. Question number 14. In 1874, Hucknall-born Sam Weller Widdowson invented which piece of sporting equipment? It was a football shin pad. He noticed people wearing pads in cricket and transformed them a little bit so that they protected people's shins while playing football. So Hucknall-born Sam Weller Widdowson, he invented the football shin pad. Question 15. In what year did Brian Clough become manager of Nottingham Forest? It was 1880. No, it wasn't. It was 1975. Question 16. In what year was Notts County founded? That was 1862. Apparently it's the oldest league football team in the world, but I've always wondered if it was the oldest or the first league football team. Who the heck did they play? Question 17. The most goals scored in a FIFA World Cup, or in total in FIFA World Cups. Yeah, that one's worded really bad. But it was Miroslav Klose. His second name spelled Klose. I don't know a lot about football, so I'll leave that with you. Question number 18. Who won the 2020 World Dart Championship? It was Peter Wright. Question 18. Peter Wright won the 2020 World Darts Championship. Question 19. Who was Nottingham Forest's top goal scorer for the 2018-2019 season? It was Lewis Graben, and he scored 17. Finally for that round, in which year did Maradona score the Hand of God goal? It was 1986. Okay, I think I got them all. Going to move on to the answers for the pictures now. And then we'll do the Marmite round, and then the final couple of music questions. You find the pictures once again. There we go, the pictures are back on. And I didn't know all of these, so I've written them down so I don't make a mistake, which does happen pretty much every time I've done this quiz. Picture 1, which was question 21, that was the Bugatti Veyron. Picture 1, question 21, that was a Bugatti Veyron. Picture 2, question 22, that's a Citroen 2CV. Picture 3, question 23, that's a Ford Escort. Picture 4, question 24, that's a Ford Model T. Picture number 5, which was question 25, that is a Mercedes, and it's named after the shape of its doors. It's a Mercedes Gullwing. Picture 5, question 25, it's a Mercedes Gullwing. Picture 26, or picture 6 even, which is question 26, that's a Porsche 911. Picture number 7, which is question 27, so that's not the car version, it's the van, it's a Reliant Regal. I had to look that one up. Picture 8, question number 28, that is a Tesla Roadster, still floating about in space somewhere. Picture 9, question 29, that's Herbie, and Herbie was a Volkswagen Beetle. And finally, for the picture round, that's a Volkswagen Golf. Okay, we're going to move on to the Marmite round now. For anybody who hasn't played or hasn't played for a while, the Marmite round is a round called as such because some people like it and some people hate it. I seem to have lost one of my light sources. I'll just pause for a moment. Alex in Baltimore, he watched one of those Mercedes Gullwings sell at auction for 2.5 million American dollars. So it's a valuable car. Okay, what I'm going to do now, this round is called Greek or Roman. I'm going to read you out a list of 10 gods. All you have to do is just decide whether they're Greek or Roman. So we'll start with question number 31 on this round, which is Mars. Is Mars a Roman god or a Greek god? Question 31, Mars. Is Mars Roman or Greek? Some of these get harder to pronounce as I go along. So question 31, Mars. Roman or Greek? Greek or Roman? Question number 32. Jupiter. It's another planet. It's named after a god, but is Jupiter Greek or Roman? Question 32, Jupiter. Is Jupiter, or was Jupiter, or is Jupiter known as being Greek or Roman? Question 33, Aphrodite. That's Aphdite. Aphrodite. Was Aphrodite Greek or was Aphrodite Roman? Question 33. Aphrodite, Greek or Roman? Question number 34. Minerva. The first name of Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter, Minerva. But was Minerva Roman or was Minerva Greek? Question 34. Minerva, Roman or Greek? Question number 35. Dionysus. Dionysus, that's Dionysus. Was Dionysus Greek or was Dionysus Roman? Question 35. Dionysus, Greek or Roman? Now, question 36, I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. It's spelt D-E-M-E-T-E-R, Demeter, or Demeter, or Demeter, or Demeter, I don't know. D-M-E-T-E-R, Demeter, or Demeter. We're going to go with Demeter, I think. But was Demeter Greek or Roman? It's got nothing to do with the unit of measurement. Question 36. Demeter, D-E-M-E-T-E-R, Roman or Greek? Roman or Greek? Number 37. Vulcan. Not a species from Star Trek, but Vulcan the god. Was Vulcan Greek or was Vulcan Roman? Question 37. Vulcan, Greek or Roman? Moving on to question 38, and we have Ceres. That's C-E-R-E-S, Ceres. It's a dwarf planet that hangs out with up near Pluto, but was it a Greek god or a Roman god? Ceres. That's C-E-R-E-S. I've actually written down how to pronounce that one. S-E-E-R-E-E-Z, Ceres. For question 38, Ceres, was it Roman or was it Greek? Moving on to number 39, and we've got Nike, or Nike, depends how you want to say it. N-I-K-E, like the sports brand. In the UK, we usually call it Nike. I think in the US, they call it Nike. So whichever way you want to use it, I suppose it doesn't matter for this. We just want to know if it's Greek or Roman. So Nike or Nike, Greek or Roman? And finally for this round, question number 40, Hermes, like spelt the same as the parcel delivery company. Hermes, guessing the name the parcel company after the god. So was Hermes a Greek or a Roman god? Question 40. Hermes, Greek or Roman? Okay, we're going to finish off today with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 music questions. But the final one is worth 5 points. These are all based on 90s music by the looks of it. For question number 41, what was the name of Gabrielle's debut single? Question 41, what was the name of Gabrielle's debut single? I'll give you a clue, these can come true. Moving on to question number 42. Life in plastic, it's fantastic, is a line from the lyrics of which 1997 hit song? Yeah, bonus point if you can get the artist as well. That's if you want to. The question 42. Life in plastic, it's fantastic, is a line from the lyrics of which 1997 hit song? Yeah, get an extra point if you get the artist as well. Question number 43. In which year did Robbie Williams leave Take That? Hello. Question 43. In which year did Robbie Williams leave Take That? You remember that well? Do you know what year it was?
Yeah, I remember Donna crying.
You remember a friend? You remember? Yeah. I think a few girls of a teenage kind of age were upset when Robbie left. One of them's playing. I won't mention any names.
Does it begin with D?
Yes. So question 43. In which year did Robbie Williams leave Take That? Birds singing outside. There's a storm to the south, but it's not coming this way. Question number 44. Grunge became popular in the early 90s, helped by the success of which rock band's Nevermind studio album? Is that the one with the baby on the front? How old's that baby now? That's scary, that.
Probably 25 years.
Question 44. Grunge became popular in the early 90s, helped by the success of which rock band's Nevermind studio album?
How old is that baby nose?
It'd be quite cool to find out if you were that baby, just to find out later in adult life that, oh, that was me. Question number 45. Who had the Christmas #1 single in 1993? You think that's a bit too hard?
No, it was that. Was that big orange right thing?
Yes, it was that pink and yellow Noel Edmonds thing, yes. So question 45, who had the Christmas #1 single in 1993? You get 1 point for the artist and 1 point for the title. Yeah, Noel Edmonds is the clue there. Not everybody's the same age.
Well, you don't know.
Then again, I guess that wouldn't help if you didn't know it either. No.
I was thinking Thomas is never going to know about Noel Edmonds,
No. Okay, for question number 46, which is the final question. Quite literally the final question, because we're out of that lockdown thing tomorrow. Hopefully. What I'm going to do is read out some lyrics from a song, and this is worth 5 points. To get your 5 points, you need to come up with the artist responsible for performing the song, the title of the song, the year the song was released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and which film is it from? So we need the artist, the title, the year it was released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and the film which the song's from. I'll read it out and then I'll repeat that. Of course, it'd be better to play it, but Mr. or Mrs. or it's robot really, isn't it? YouTube doesn't allow it. So, question 46. Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you, that is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and space between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are. I think that last bit's all you need, really. So we want the name of the artist, the song title, the year it was released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and which film is it from? Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you, that is how I know you go on. For across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are. Simple enough, that one, isn't it? Okay, while you think about that, I'm going to take 2 minutes. Then we'll come back with the answers, and the more, well, yeah, is it more important? I don't know, but the prize draw. See if we can get somebody to win something, eh? So I will be back soon. Okay, I'm back. I think everything's all right, yeah. Right, we need some answers, don't we? That's what I was going to do. Nearly ran out of beer again. Not sure I've got another one. Okay, right, we'll go through the answers. We've got the Marmite round and then that music round we did. Question 31, this was where I read the names of 10 gods or goddesses. There's both in there. You just have to decide whether they were Greek or Roman. Question number 31, that was Mars. Mars is the Roman god of war. So Mars was Roman. Pretty much all of the planets are named after Roman gods, except Earth. Can't remember what Earth's named after. Question 32, Jupiter. Again, that was Roman, and Jupiter is the god of the sky and thunder, which some people around the country are getting right now, none here. So Jupiter is Roman. Question 33, Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the Greek goddess of love and beauty. So Aphrodite, she's Greek. Question 34, Minerva. That's another goddess, and it's the Roman goddess of wisdom. Question 35, Dionysus. Dionysus is Greek, and it's the Greek god of the vine. I'm guessing maybe Dionysus has something to do with wine as well. Who knows? Well, some people will, I don't. Question number 36, Demeter, or Demeter, or however you pronounce it. Demeter was the Greek goddess of harvest and fertility. So Demeter, she was Greek, or, well, say was. This is, what are they called, myths? Number 37, question 37, Vulcan. Not the Star Trek thing, but Vulcan the god, and Vulcan was the god of fire, and hence we get the name volcano, which comes from a mountain in Italy called Vulcano, after the Roman god of fire. Question 38, Ceres. That's the Roman goddess of agriculture, grain and crops. So question 38, Ceres, that's Roman. Question 39, Nike or Nike. Well, believe it or not, that's the goddess of speed, strength and victory. And she was Greek. So Nike is Greek. Finally for this round, question number 40, Hermes. Hermes is Greek, and it was the messenger god that travelled and delivered stuff. Guessing why that's why the parcel company chose that name. It was also the name of a British warship which served in the Falklands as well. Okay, going to move on now to the final round, which was music. There was just 6 questions. Question 41 was, what was the name of Gabrielle's debut single? The clue was These Can Come True. And the title for that was Dreams. The answer to question 41 is Dreams. Question 42, Life in Plastic, It's Fantastic, is a line from the lyrics of which 1997 hit song? Get a bonus point for the artist. It's Barbie Girl by Aqua. Number 43. In which year did Robbie Williams leave Take That? It was 1995. The question 43. Robbie Williams left Take That in 1995. Number 44. Grunge became popular in the early 90s, helped by the success of which rock band's Nevermind studio album? That was Nirvana. Question number 45. Who had the Christmas #1 single in 1993? It was Mr. Blobby, and it was by Mr. Blobby. Well, apparently the guy who was the baby on the Nevermind album is now called Spencer Eldon. Well, I'm guessing he was always called Spencer Eldon, and he's an artist. And I've been sent a picture of him as he looks now, recreating that album cover. So there we go. Okay, moving on to the final question, where I read out some lyrics to a song, and all you had to do was decide who was the artist, what was the title of the song, what year was it released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and the film that it came from. Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you, that is how I know you go on. For across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are. Well, the artist was Celine Dion. The title, My Heart Will Go On. The year, 1997. Was it a UK #1? Yes, it was, for 2 weeks. Although it did seem to go on for a lot longer. And the film it came from was Titanic. Okay, thanks for playing, everybody. I was going to say we'll be back next week, but, well, that's it, isn't it? I will do another quiz at some point. We don't know what's happening yet, but as far as lockdown, well, hopefully that's the last of that. We've actually made it through. I know some of us haven't. We lost Jay and a few others along the way, which is terribly, terribly sad. But right, if you go through your scores and work out how much you scored, I'll sort out a prize draw, and the prize, it's a kilogram of some sweets. Pick what you want, basically. If we've got it, then you can have it. And I'll just sort that out now while you work out what you've scored. If you like, send it over on the Facebook, or put it in the comments on the YouTube, I suppose. And then, yeah, we'll do that draw. Boots empty. Okay, I'll just write down who's in it. If you want to be entered, just comment on the Facebook page, and I'll give everybody a random number, and if it's picked out, then you win. Okay, so we've got Tom playing, now #1. Debbie, #2. Bruce, 3. Kieran, 4. Lynn, 5. Tia, 6. Jenny 7, Martin in Norfolk 8, Mama 9, Tracy 10, Matt 11, Alex 12, Laura 13, okay, Mama scored 28, well done. Yep, and well, the Liberals open tomorrow for local people, I guess. So yeah, see you in there tomorrow. Okay, let's find a random number. Kieran 27, Tom 29. Oh, there we go. Don't know if you can see that. Number 13. And on there, right, Laura wins the sweets. Let us know what you want, and I can either drop it off in the Liberal Club or bring it round. It's up to you. If you was wondering what else is on this page, it's a bit of crystallography. Some uni notes. Right, thanks for playing, everybody. And have a look. Tracy scored 38, which is good. Martin in Norfolk, 36. Someone's writing a comment. Yes, Tracy, we can do that for you. Happy birthday, David. John scored 27. And he thought it was hard. Or harder than normal. I'm guessing, I think on those sports questions, I don't think I would have got many on that. Debbie hasn't worked her answers out yet. Well, I guess that's it then. Started this back in March last year, so that's 14 months. Well, pretty much 13 months maybe. We will do another quiz at some point. I'll probably change the name of the channel to something else. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. Debbie scored 41. She must know the sport. Or got all of the other ones right and did nothing on sport. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for playing, and we'll see you around.